Good day to you. I'm Pastor Corby Johnson from Safford, Arizona, and I serve the United Methodist Church here. I am so delighted to be with you today. I take a look outside and the sky is blue and there's just a touch of breeze in the air. Oh, it is a good day to be alive, and it is a good day to open up the scripture. Now today we are looking at Proverbs chapter 21, verses 18 through 20, and it's Friday, July 9th. The wicked become a ransom for the righteous, and the unfaithful for the upright. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging spouse. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. Proverbs 21, 18 through 20. I wonder if you saw one of the things that I did in this piece of scripture. The focus verse that I've chosen is better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging. Now, if you know this scripture, you may have said wife, but just for today, I'm going to encourage us to use the word spouse, because it's not only the wives that can get naggy. All of us can. We are human beings. And I love the way this scripture reads. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging spouse. Well, I don't know about you, but when I think of living in the desert in this situation, I think of someone who is a hermit, who has gone out to a cave somewhere, or a little stream with a happy little tree next to it, just to get a little peace and quiet. And then they decide that they kind of like it out there all by themselves and they never want to go back. Well, imagine a time maybe where you felt like that. You felt like leaving and never going back. But then after a little time by yourself, you picked up your things and got back home. And things felt a little better for you inside. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging spouse. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to be in conflict, or to feel like you're in conflict every single day. It seems like everything's a big deal. And, this last year has been awkward and difficult with the COVID virus and staying home most of the time and probably wanting sometimes to be out in that desert by yourself. But in this time, I really have felt that, in this time, I really felt like families have come together in a different way. That we weren't all scattered going in separate directions, doing whatever we want to do just by ourselves. But we've had to find ways to be in relationship with each other because we've spent a lot of time at home. And who wants to live in a home with constant conflict? Ugh. I hope and pray that your conflict in your home has lessened in this last year. That you've learned how to disagree without being like the pointed stick folks. I hope that you've learned to get to know each other on a different level. Maybe brought the family together around doing things together because you're not so busy that you're all going in different directions. Or one of the parents is just the chauffeur for the children. day after day after day. I kind of have enjoyed this taking a step back during this last year and finding out what is truly important. Now, better to live in a desert. I already live in a desert in Arizona, but not out in the sand and the dirt and the rocks and snakes and scorpions and stuff. But I love the desert. I love the desert. And I also love a great conversation, learning with someone together. Your action today, both activity and action, are now that you've gotten to know each other in a little different way, do some fun things together. Maybe do something you've never done, but your spouse loves it. Getting to know each other during this time can be a real treat and a true blessing. I hope and pray that you have felt joy in this time. Better to live with a best friend who can visit and love who you are together than quarreling and nagging and being upset. I hope, my friends, you can find joy each and every day, even if it's in the little things. God's blessings, and I will see you Monday.